Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. My name is Matthew Sidoran. I am your host, and I am joined, as always, by my chief researcher and intern, Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad I've been. I don't know if I've been promoted or demoted there.
It's more of a lateral move.
It's an unpaid position, I suppose.
Yeah, but I am going to need some coffee, so you need to just pop around across town and bring me some coffee. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm not too bad, given we're still in the midst of lockdown and everything. Yeah. It's not been a very eventful week. I attended a baby shower on the weekend.
Yes, you attended my baby shower.
Yeah,
my wife's baby shower.
I've seen a lot of you this week.
That's right, twice on Saturday. Through Zoom, yeah.
So it could be worse, I suppose.
What? How is it worse? Wait, what? There was only twice?
When you ask how I am, and I said I've seen a lot of you, so I suppose it could be better, it could be worse. I don't know. It was an attempt at some kind of backhanded compliment / insult, but I wasn't sure.
I think it just came out as an insult.
Okay, well that's fine. That works.
Yeah, it's been a pretty dull couple weeks around here as well.
Presumably you felt very patriotic yesterday because we've solved white supremacy.
Yeah, that's done forever, and now I can go back to ignoring the news. No, it's
people were literally saying that, like, "Oh, this is the end of what is it?" Like, obviously, white people were saying that.
Yeah.
And it was it's just very strange. So obviously, we're recording this in January, so this is the presidential inauguration just happened.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
It's just very strange, like how much ceremony there is around that. Like it's like a royal wedding. Like in this country, we have royal weddings, and that has that level of theatre
pageantry.
Yeah, and in your strange country,
I mean, first off, it's an event with actual consequence. We've learned very painfully over the last 4 years.
That's true. Although I guess the issue that I mean is like by having that much pageantry, there's like a reverence for the office. It's almost like the president is like the Pope or something.
Right.
This like revered figure.
Right. Or the head of the most powerful nation on earth. I mean, it's not... I mean, it's a thing where it's like, it is an extremely, I don't know. Yeah, it's dumb. I don't know, man. Leaders are dumb. Countries are stupid. Every border is a crime.
Borders are dumb. Yeah.
I just like, I don't know what to tell you. It just is what it is. Look, we're just glad that Trump's gone, okay? We can fix a lot of other problems later. We just got rid of, we need to do the one thing first. And we did that.
That's fair.
All right. So let me have that.
Well done.
Yeah. I have a moral dilemma because I bought like a comic. So I bought this. Fantagraphics Books has been doing these collections of EC, comics from the 50s. I don't need to tell you this, but this is for the listener who may not know. Fantagraphics has been doing these collections of EC comics from the 50s, focus on different artists, and there's like 20 volumes of them. And I was missing one volume, and it was normally very expensive. And I found a copy for £30 on eBay, and
that's not very expensive.
That's not, because it's normally like £120. So it's this book called "It's Taint the Meat of Humanity." It's Jack Davis, which is good stuff. It's really gross.
It sounds pretty gross.
But the book came, and I opened up the envelope, and it was like I got an ashtray thrown at me. It like reeked of cigarettes so bad. And then I like looked at it, and I think it's been like, I mean, it's not in the best condition. They said it was like near mint condition, but the cover's messed up, and it's like it's got like a thick layer of tobacco residue on it. Like, have you heard the term third-hand smoke? So first-hand smoke is if you just smoke, and then secondhand smoke is if somebody's smoking next to you. But then there's a thing that they call third-hand smoke, which is also potentially very dangerous. And it's the idea that if you're in a place where there is a lot of smoking happening, and then you interact with objects in there that are just kind of saturated with smoke. So like if you were in somebody's house that smoked and you sat on their couch, like there's all the chemicals in the smoke in the couch. And that's just kind of, and that's basically what I got here. Like
so this book is so cheap because it's part tobacco.
Yeah, I mean, like it's toxic. I was telling my wife, it's like, it smells horrible. Like I wiped it down, which cleaned it up a bit, but it still smells bad. And I hung it on the clothesline to kind of air it out some, but like the whole thing. And I'm just like,
you're definitely making me feel vindicated in my whole not buying secondhand stuff for my house.
I normally have good, experiences with secondhand This has been bad. And I feel like...
But this is, I think this is like the thing of buying secondhand things
Yeah.
online. You don't have that sort of filter.
Exactly, yeah. And yeah, so it's very disappointing. And I feel like I should leave this guy a bad eBay review, but then I hate to be that person.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's always a toss-up, isn't it, between like not wanting to rubbish a small business or, you know, if that's someone's livelihood, but at the same time, if they're a con person, then you'd want people to be warned.
I assume that they're good. So I just, you know, people should know that like this stuff. I like look, they have a lot of like highly rated. I think they're fairly highly rated on eBay. And I'm like, nobody's brought this up before because Jesus Christ, this is nuts. Like maybe they bought it from somebody else who smoked a bunch, but it was bad. And I was telling my wife, I was like, you got to smell this. And actually, I was like, no, don't smell this. It'll give our baby birth defects.
Be bad for the baby. Well, I mean, my mum didn't quit smoking when she was pregnant, and I turned out fine.
Oh no!
So,
oh God, I should get this out of our house. Anyways, so my moral quandary is whether I should, you know, leave her. Yeah, if it would be vindictive, or I don't know, or if I don't want to be mean online.
You're also setting the bar quite high for ourselves. Like we have to not be the the podcast equivalent of a smoke saturated comic, or people will leave us back.
You know, we got 2 ratings on iTunes, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
5 stars. No reviews yet. Which, come on, guys, leave the reviews and the ratings. They mean a lot to us. You
gotta back up that 5-star with evidence.
5 stars, and be like, they just get me. That's just all you have to write.
And they know they're saints.
They don't know them, but by the end of the episode, they know a little bit more. Speaking of saints, Anna, today is...
It's the 14th of March.
I know what day it is. I was pausing for dramatic effect.
Okay, let's go again.
Anna, today is March 14th. Who is today's saint, Anna?
Today's saint is Saint Matilda.
Okay.
She was the Queen of East Francia, which is
so she was
Germany.
A queen and she was a saint? She
yeah.
Kind of had it all.
I think she was mainly a queen, to be honest.
Do you think she bought her way into sainthood?
No comment. Okay. Let's find out. But the short answer is yes. The long answer is this podcast. So Matilda was born in 892/895. Sources differ. In Enger, Saxony, East Francia.
Which is Francia. And then and which part of modern Germany is it? Okay, you know, I forgot. I forgot not to ask you geography questions. I apologize.
I thought Germany was specific enough.
All right, no, it's fine. You know what? It doesn't matter because I don't know Germany that well. That any answer you give me would be satisfying. So you know what? It doesn't matter. It would make no difference to me. You're like, which part of Germany? Austria? Cool. That's fun.
She was the daughter of the Saxon Count Dietrich of Ringelheim. That was her dad. Yeah. And she had 3 sisters, Amalrada.
Oh. Wait, did you say Amalrada?
Yeah.
Oh, that feels bad even for a German name.
So not on your top list of potential names.
No,
maybe. Bia.
You're going to pass on that one.
Bia or Bia, B-I-A.
B-I-A?
Yeah, Bia. And Fridolin.
Jesus.
Fridolin.
Bia got out of that easiest.
Well, I'd say Matilda was, the most normal name from there. But
that's fair.
I mean, we don't know. These might be popular German names now, so
I hope
let's not alienate our potential German fans, okay? And Fridolin married Charles III of West Francia, who was king of West Francia. So West Francia, I think, was France. And they also had a brother, Bove II, who was a bishop.
They named 2 people Bove? That's terrible.
So yeah, they were basically quite a well-connected, aristocratic kind of family, I guess.
Right. Your average wealthy royals.
Yeah.
Okay. 9th century wealthy royals.
Making it rain with gold coins. I was trying to think of an old word for coins, but I couldn't.
Farthings? I don't know.
I think it was slightly before farthings.
What was the then just coins? Yeah, just coins. I was trying to think what the old currency was for Germany. Oh, marks. Deutschmarks?
It might have been before marks also.
Well, you get full marks for this podcast.
Well, don't speak too soon.
Okay, well, never mind then.
So, like many young aristocratic women of her day, Matilda was sent at a young age to be raised in a religious community.
Oh, nice.
Like that was that was the trend. So, instead of finishing school, boarding school, it was all about the convents.
Right.
And in Matilda's case, it was the Westphalian convent of Hereford, where her grandmother, also called Matilda, not to confuse you, was the abbess. So,
Okay.
Family connections all over the place.
Right. So it's not even like she earned a place in the convent. You're like,
it was just
all the other kids had their test scores up way, and she's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I just my grandma's the abbess."
So. It's like the opposite of a scholarship. It's just like
big Granny Maddie. Wait, which daughter was Matilda? Was she the eldest or the youngest, or somewhere in the middle?
Good question. I couldn't find anything else about her sisters.
Oh, okay.
Because they were women, they're just not very well documented. Because not very important, apparently.
Fair.
Yeah, I can't. If I go on the Wikipedia of her dad, it might say no. It does not say the order in which his children were born. Okay.
Her dad, Wrinkly Joe, or what was his name?
Dietrich.
What? Dietrich Wrinkles?
Oh yeah, yeah. Dietrich of Ringelheim.
Oh yeah.
I like Dietrich Wrinkles though. I think that'd be quite a good alias for your, next time you're at a murder mystery or whatever. I am Dietrich Wrinkles.
The Copper Baron.
So, yeah, they had 4 children. I like, in this case, the brother was mentioned last, because later on, I found it very confusing because, spoilers, Matilda has several children, and the boys are all mentioned first, even though some of the girls are older. So that was rude. So I like that, for balance, they put both the second right at the end.
Yeah, well, second comes last. That's what they always say. I don't know.
So while she was at Hereford, in her early teens, she met Henry, the Duke of Saxony, who was at least 16 years older than her.
No. Oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't want to do this one anymore, Hannah.
Yes. Also, what was he doing at a convent, hanging out, going there to find
Yeah, he's
teenagers?
Like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused. He's like, you know what I love about girls in convents? I keep getting older and they stay the same age. Yeah, it's I just see him outside, like just kind of leaning on a Trans Am, and he's like, "Hey, girls, need me to buy some beer?" All right then.
I'm fairly sure that's how it happened. At the time, Henry was actually married to someone called Hatherberg of Mersburg. Another great name.
Hatherberg of Mersburg.
I just think, you should always try and have your first name rhyming with the town that you were born.
It does help, I think. Got a certain lyrical niceness to it.
Yeah, so actually your child is going to be called, not Genevieve, but Joxford.
Yeah, Joxford. That's kind of in the top, Also, Moxford, Slopsford, Obscured. There's a lot of options to rhyme with Oxford. So
notoriously easy to rhyme with things. Yeah.
Redword.
Yes.
Redword of Oxford. That's more of a slant rhyme, but still it works, I think.
I think so. I think if you choose that for your child, they definitely won't get bullied. That's the important thing. So yeah, according to Henry's chronicler, which I guess is like a medieval biographer.
I like to imagine it was just an old-timey newsman just running around after him like, what a scoop.
Hear ye, 'tis a scoop. So yes, Bishop Thietmar of Mersburg, writing about this, says, burning with youthful love, Henry wanted to marry Hatherberg because of her beauty and the usefulness of her inherited wealth.
Okay, well, gee.
At least he was honest about it.
I feel like neither of these are very good reasons to marry somebody. Yeah, it's like, wow, she's rich and easy to look at. That's fine.
That's top on my list, So Hatherberg and Henry married in 906, and Henry gained control of Hatherberg's inheritance. Normal, it was basically a prenup at this point. Hatherberg had been a widow who had then become a nun.
Wait, the guy he married, or the lady he married?
The woman he was married to before. She had already been a widow and then become a nun. And because she had been a nun, some bishop called Sigismund declared that their marriage was illegitimate and threatened them with excommunication at a church conference. Henry was disturbed by such talk.
Because he might lose all his money?
Probably, yeah. Although, I guess, you'll see later on, Henry may have had, political aspirations. So I guess scandal is not helpful for that kind of thing. So he went to the Emperor Conrad I of Germany to ask him for help. And Conrad ensured that he wouldn't be excommunicated, and they remained married. Henry, in 909, began to burn for the beauty and wealth of another woman, Matilda.
I think this guy just got a nun fetish. This is not like I
think you may be right.
Also,
there.
when you're Conrad I, do you call yourself Conrad I, or do you just call yourself Emperor?
Just be
Emperor
Conrad, yeah, that's a good point. I think this was tacked on later on. Although, if you think that you're about to do something great, I don't know. Yeah. You might call yourself.
Well, like the popes have, like Pope John Paul the Seventh, the second, yeah. But like Pope Francis, who's the first Pope Francis,
he didn't call himself Pope Francis.
No, he didn't. It's a bit presumptuous. Like, everybody's gonna be one. Yeah. Everybody's gonna want to be the Pope. He's not even Italian. He's Argentinian. I don't know where that Pope came from.
So that was either an offensive Italian accent or a really offensive Argentinian accent.
Let's go Argentinian. They're further away.
Oh God. Okay, even worse. Excellent. So then Henry declared that his marriage to Hathburg actually had been unlawful because of her being a nun.
Except for the money part. Wait, because of her being a nun, but then the other lady's a nun, right? Or is she just studying at the convent?
No, she was just at a convent.
Okay.
I think it was kind of like finishing school.
Oh, I see.
She was just there. So he kind of backtracked on his own. No, my marriage is definitely legitimate. Even though by this time, Henry and Hathburg had a child together.
She stopped being a nun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She stopped being a nun. They had a child. They separated so he could marry Matilda. And then Hathburg actually went back to being a nun and became...
It's her only skill. It's a tough job market in 10th century, 9th century? Wait, what is it? 10th century.
Yes. Yeah, 10th century.
In 10th century Germany, it's a tough job market for a single mother out there. You got to go back to nunning.
You can be a nun or a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can occasionally be a beer wench, but it's not fun.
It's mainly nun.
Yeah.
So yeah, they separated in 909, and later that year he married Matilda, who was at that point aged at least 14, but at most 17.
I don't like that range. I don't care for it.
It's not a good range.
Yeah.
Never be straddling the line of the age of consent, particularly if you're almost 2 decades older.
Yeah, no. So I don't like this Henry guy. So did he just show up and woo her, or was it a thing?
Well, in some accounts it says that Matilda's parents married her off to him. But it sounds like he was into it. It doesn't say how she felt about it.
Yeah, no. I mean, why would you ask what she felt about it? Yeah, he was definitely into it. That I have zero doubt.
And her parents, I get the impression, given that the other children also married future kings and stuff, they were kind of the pushy parents of their day, pushing towards child marriage as opposed to, prestigious schools.
But this guy wasn't a king, right?
No, he was not yet the king.
Okay. He was in line to become the king.
Yeah, so weirdly, the system of monarchy was elective. So it wasn't automatically by birth. So he wasn't the son of the king.
Okay.
But he was quite,
So you could be elected king.
Yeah, but I think there was you had to already be sort of, a high-hitting aristocrat kind of.
I mean, that's how politics still works, but
yeah,
it helps to be really rich before you want to run for higher office.
Yes,
just for no reason. Just seems to work out really well.
Yeah, the people with the most money at the campaign. I don't know.
Well, it turns out that they're well connected to a lot of other people with money, and they like to give each other money. It's really nice. It's kind of sweet when you think about it. It's a very supportive community. The very rich, they really are always looking out for each other.
It's true. That's what makes that's why they deserve all their money, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like that thing where it's if everyone just gives however much it is, $30, we can all defeat communism. Okay, never mind. So they got married and he wasn't yet king.
Okay.
So Matilda gave birth to 5 children. Yeah. So she fucks basically.
Matilda gets it wet.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, that was wrong. That's yeah. No, Matilda, she's a dirty girl. We got it. Okay. So she's a legally married in the eyes of God.
Legally married child, yes.
But you know what? I take it all back. I'm editing all of this out. So she's a very fertile child bride.
Yeah, I was going to say she didn't have her first child until 912, when she would have been at least 16, but that's not true because she didn't have her first son until 912.
Oh, okay.
But as I mentioned, the women are mentioned further down the list.
I thought you were going to say something horrible, like she didn't have her first child until 913 when she had her first period. And yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like. It's like, this is fucking awful.
Yeah. So, yes, her first child was Hedwig.
Sorry, that's funny.
In 910.
Yeah.
And Hedwig ended up marrying the West Frankish Duke, Hugh the Great.
No, Hugh the Great. Wait, Hedwig's a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Huh.
Have you not read Harry Potter?
Yes.
Hedwig the Owl is definitely a girl owl.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
I never thought of Hedwig as a female name. I always thought it was a man's name. What do I know?
Because men are more likely to need wigs on their heads?
I don't know. I guess it never really occurred to me. I just always assumed it was a man's name. That's a good gender neutral name. I think you give that to men and women. Yeah. I'm going to put that one on the top of the list for baby names.
Do. And then, oh my God, I'm going to get you an owl baby grow for the baby. That'd be great. I vote for Hedwig. Better than Genevieve.
I don't know. Anyway.
Definitely more gender neutral than Genevieve.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, Hedwig in 910. The reason I know she's a girl, first of all, is because she's not actually mentioned first on the list. I'm now reading it kind of backwards. So sexism. It's alive and well in the 10th century. Then in 912 came Otto.
That's a boy.
Yes.
I'm getting better at this.
He was later crowned the Holy Roman Emperor.
No, lucky him.
So yeah, like prestigious babies.
Wait, that's different from the Pope, right? Wait, what is the Holy Roman Emperor?
So I'm so glad you asked. Well, I think Otto actually established.
Wait, did he start the Ottoman Empire?
No.
Oh, it's like, is that why it's called Otto?
No.
Okay.
He was the start. Well, no, Henry was the start of the Ottonian Empire, which is different to the Ottoman. The Ottoman is in like Turkey, the Middle East.
Right.
Whereas this is Germany. So the Holy Roman Empire is also known as the German Roman Empire. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't Roman Catholic,
right?
I don't think.
But it was the successor to the Roman Empire.
Well, I think there was like a gap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there would have had to have been something.
But the empire was considered by the Roman Catholic Church to be the only legal successor of the Roman Empire.
I see.
So, yeah, it was the Germany in the Middle Ages, basically.
All right. Who knows what they were up to.
So that was Otto, and then we'll hear more about him in a sec. And then next daughter, that's why I missed her, Gerberga.
Do you say Gerberger?
Yeah.
That's literally that meme that's like, Gersperps. That girl with the anyways, Gerber. Yeah. Honestly, it sounds like they were named by the Minions.
I mean, maybe the Minions were based on middle-aged, whatever the German language was, like Middle English kind of, but of German.
Maybe.
Yes. So Gerberga was born in 913. Mm-hmm. And you make fun of her, but she later married Gilbert, the Duke of Lorraine.
Gilbert and Gerber.
Gilby and Gerby. It's lovely.
Their couple name was just like
I think it would be Gebergbert.
Gebergbert. There you go. That's better.
We've reached our natural ceiling of where our comedy naturally wants to be here. We're trying to be cerebral, but this is all we can do. So yeah, I think Gilbert died, and then she later married King Louis IX of France.
Okay.
So another sort of powerful, networky child. And then in 925,
okay,
Bruno was a youngest son, I think, and he ended up being elected Archbishop of Cologne in 953
Ooh, smells
and
nice.
Duke of Lorraine in 954. Different Duke of Lorraine to Gilbert, because that would be very wrong.
Well, was it after Gilbert died that he became the Duke of Lorraine?
Oh, maybe because of his sister marrying Gilbert. I will have a look. That's a good question.
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't know why I didn't prepare that. I think we know why. It's because I'm very lax, as we established. So
Maybe I'm just asking the wrong questions.
that might be it, yeah. What did I say? Bruno. So Gilbert was 915 to 939, which suggests again he was a lot older than Gerberga. And then Bruno was 953, so quite a lot later.
Oh, okay.
I guess it was probably elective as well, rather than hereditary. Or, maybe they were cousins or whatever, because that was less frowned upon.
Seems weird to be elected in these title positions, but maybe it was just kind of early on and they didn't know, like, I don't know. I don't often think about it, but I one time thought about, like,
I bet you do. This is what keeps you up at night.
Yeah. I was like, where do you get the title president? What was that the choice? Like in America, it's like, why was that the thing you went with of all the things you could have named it? And it's just like, where is that? I don't know. Cause maybe it was just a common term at the time. But it seems like if you're the first democracy, the first modern democracy, they didn't have presidents in like Greece. Rome, yeah. Like,
obviously the Senate is named after the Roman Senate.
Yeah, so that's like that's the thing that you would know from antiquity, but like there's no presidents in antiquity, is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe they just didn't have the term. They're like, we want to call you a governor, but we haven't figured out that word yet. So you're a duke or whatever.
Yeah, could be.
Anyways.
So, yes, basically, Matilda gave birth to 5 children, all very prestigious.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. 9 years into their marriage, on the 23rd of December, 918. I keep wanting to say 1918, but it wasn't. It was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Conrad I, who we met earlier because he helped Henry in his first marriage.
The emperor.
He was the king of East Francia and a Franconian duke also.
Okay.
He died.
Oh, no. Right before Christmas? That's so sad.
I know. That would have been a rubbish Christmas. Yeah. Although a good one for Henry, because even though Henry had rebelled against Conrad between 912 and 915, when his wife was busy having children,
what a dick.
Conrad recommended Henry as his successor, which is a nice, credit where credit's due. My rival, he put up a good fight, so I'm going to let him...
That's Conrad, tough but fair. He's like, I don't agree with him on everything, but that Henry, he'd be a good king, Yeah,
which I think is borne out by the fact that as an avid hunter, according to legend, Henry was fixing his birding nets when his messengers arrived to inform him that he was going to be king. Hence, he got the nickname Henry the Fowler, or Heinrich der Vogler in German.
Der Vogler sounds better. The Fowler just makes it sound like he's
shut everywhere.
He's very gassy, and he goes into a room and it just stinks it up. Ugh.
I mean, being a medieval king, that was probably the case.
Yeah, no, I meant, it didn't. I think being a medieval king, it didn't matter where you went, it just stank. It's just like everywhere stank. It was the Middle Ages.
Yeah, true. And then when he became king, he was offered to get anointed by an archbishop, but he refused. And he was the only king of the time not to have this ceremony because he wanted to be king not by the church's authority, but by the people's acclaim. So a bit arrogant, given that, the church was like the establishment at the time. He had a new way of doing things, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's always fine.
It's
nothing's ever gone very wrong when people want to just completely overturn, the rule of law.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean, I feel like it's nice. It feels very populist. It's like, this is the will of the people.
Yeah, maybe.
And not any divine, but I don't feel like that's necessarily like, no, it's the people that I answer to as much as it is just like...
I think it's more like he wanted to just sort of pretend that he was loved by the people.
Right. Yeah. This is what... Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. It's like, this is a thing where I'm going to be the people's champion, by which I mean I'm going to take advantage of the people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Appeal to their jingoism. But I thought it was interesting because he's rejected the church and yet he's married to a saint. Although I guess she was not a saint at the time.
No, I mean, she was, not very saintly. What with all the sex she was having and baby she was pumping out.
Yeah, this is my kind of saint, I think.
Yeah.
Except not with, I guess.
I keep forgetting she's like 14. I hate this.
Yeah, that's. But I guess, like, by this time, 9 years later,
she's a withered old crone of 23.
No, but like, she would have been a bit more of it. Like, given that, he left his first wife, she could maybe have said this marriage is not legitimate because I was in a convent and a child, but they stayed together. That's what I'm saying is, like, maybe, by this point she was, but like in a kind of Stockholm syndrome kind of way, she might have more content with the situation.
Right. I mean, I just, if you stay with your abuser, doesn't make it better.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I don't know. Whatever. Different times. No, it still sucked. I don't know. Right? Just like
different times, which sucked.
Which by all estimations just fucking sucked. They stunk. You could just go to any convent, pick up.
The thing is, like, sadly, there aren't many saints from post the 1960s. So we're always going to have this problem of dealing with different times.
Fair. Fine.
So we should just also, we're talking about people who are venerated as saints, even though we don't believe in God. So I feel like there's going to be a certain amount of suspend your disbelief / moral disgust.
Right. But Henry doesn't become a saint, does he?
No.
Oh, good.
But during her time as queen, Matilda was noted for her piety and charity.
That's nice.
Yeah. Visiting the sick and those in prison. She took an interest in women's monasteries and is said to have had an influence on her husband's reign by having a strong sense of justice.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I guess her convictions and beliefs sort of made a difference. Maybe made his reign a bit more ethical.
That sounds nice. I mean, it's good that she's out there helping people and I don't know, trying to be a moderating influence on what is obviously just a terrible person.
Yes. Well, so at the time, from what I've read, a queen wasn't just like the wife of the king.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all her power came from the fact that she was the wife of the king, but she did also have power in herself, and she was kind of like an advisor or a counselor.
Sure.
So it was kind of a job, I guess.
Okay. I mean,
managing the king.
Yeah.
And obviously being a full-time mom as well.
Yeah. I mean, being a mom is a job. It's a hard job.
Although I guess when you've got lots of people working for you and stuff.
I mean, yeah. I feel like there's a chance that she maybe never saw her kids because you're just like, somebody take this child away. But I bet it sounds like she's a very nice person. So I doubt that was what she did.
Well, I guess maybe there might have been resentment among her children because, as a generous, churchy person, maybe she would have been like, everyone's my child. And, when people are kind of saintly, that can often lead to a kind of lack of favoritism that the people who think that they might deserve the favoritism might then resent, But she did have a favorite.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that in a sec.
I mean, her kids seem to have done all right for themselves. So
well, don't speak too soon.
Okay.
So in 936, Henry died of apoplexy, which I think is a stroke.
Oh. You were just very surprised.
Well, it says he died on a stroke, but then it tells a tale of being on his deathbed, and I feel like a stroke is kind of sudden, but maybe he had a series of strokes.
No, I mean, sometimes people linger with strokes and stuff.
So on his deathbed, he thanked Matilda because, and quote, "she diligently tempered our wrath, gave us sound counsel in every situation, often drew us away from iniquity and towards justice, and diligently urged us to have mercy upon the oppressed."
Yeah.
So, that's acknowledging her good works.
Just guys, I would have been quite the asshole if it wasn't for Matilda.
I'd like to thank my wife for making me be less of a monster.
Oh, yeah. I was constantly just like, let's kill everybody. And she's like, hey, come on. Because your soup's cold doesn't mean you have to kill everybody,
Yeah, apparently during sort of the last stages of his illness, Matilda went to church to pour forth her soul in prayer for him at the foot of the altar. As soon as she understood by the tears and cries of the people that he had expired, she called for a priest that was fasting to offer her the holy sacrifice for his soul, and at the same time cut off the jewels that she wore and gave them to the priest as a pledge that she renounced from that moment the pomp of the world.
Wait, so she found a priest who was fasting.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why that's relevant.
Yeah, but yeah, why is that? Yeah, he's just some guy just not eating.
He
I don't
doesn't appear
understand.
ever again. I don't know why.
Because she found one priest and he had a sandwich in his mouth and he was like, "What? No, I'm trying to busy right now." No,
so he couldn't do it. Yeah.
Me and my burger. But yeah, no, and then so she found a priest that wasn't just stuffing his gob full of disgusting food, and it said like, "Hey, can you give me?" Was it communion?
Yes, I think so.
Maybe it was relevant because she's like, "I know you're not eating, but I need a little something."
Yeah, just one wafer thin piece of bread.
But then, so she heard the lamentations of his people.
Yeah, and was like, "Oh, my husband must be dead now."
And she cut off all her jewels and gave them to the church?
Yeah. So I guess that was like his death was a turning point when she moved from being a queen to a more devoted religious figure. I
see. So, and hopefully it wasn't like, I can finally get rid of this ugly necklace my husband gave me.
I mean, given the whole Stockholm Syndrome situation here anyway, maybe it was that. But who are we to say?
So she cuts off her jewels and she gives them away to the church. She goes to live a spiritual life now?
Yes. At which point, her sons accused her of impoverishing the realm through financial mismanagement.
Wait.
Because she was giving away too much of their inheritance.
Oh, I see. So they're spending too much. She's giving away too much of her inheritance.
Or of their inheritance.
Of their inheritance. Oh, I see. Wow.
To the poor. It's a controversial instance of history, and the exact details are unclear to this day. But basically, this whole dispute was exacerbated by a debate over who would succeed Henry to the throne. So obviously it was elective, but there was a family element to it as well.
Right.
And Otto, being the eldest son, was presumed, that he was going to be king. But Matilda wanted her favourite son, who was also called Henry, to be elected. And her argument was, well, he was the firstborn after their father had become king, which was like, I quite enjoyed that very spurious logic there.
I mean, yeah, so he was the first child born to the king, but you were the first
king's firstborn. Yeah,
back when he was like a nobody, when he was just a guy fixing nets.
Yeah, exactly. You can be king net fixer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you think he invited Matilda to Netflix and now we've reached rock bottom.
That's pretty good though. But Otto kind of lands on his feet because he becomes the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yes. So he was eventually crowned king. So Matilda's like, she picked the wrong side.
Oh, I see.
She had petitioned like other sort of royal courtiers to like vote for Henry, but it didn't work out.
What did Henry end up doing with his life?
Well, he tried to overthrow Otto a couple of times.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. But eventually they actually joined forces and turned against their mother.
Oh, you know who the real problem is here? This lady.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she shouldn't have picked sides.
Maybe.
So, yeah, they seized her dowry and started persecuting her and exiling her.
Oh.
So, from exile, which in other accounts is just her retiring to her country house.
Yeah, I feel like
exile when you're a queen is pretty comfortable.
It's exile on a different level, yeah.
It's like Trump now in Mar-a-Lago, right?
Yeah.
It's like there are still gold elevators. But from exile / her country house, Matilda used her own wealth to continue funding the church. So she had this dowry that her son seized that had belonged to Henry, but she obviously had a lot of her own inherited wealth from her family, which was the reason that her husband had wanted to marry her in the first place.
Sure.
Other than her youthful looks.
Other than he was a super creep.
Yeah. He was a super creep who also liked money.
Yeah, they all do. So their value system is messed up. So she's living in the country, living off of her inheritance, supporting the church, doing good works.
We can presume so.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what her reputation says. Teaching the ignorant about Christ and stuff.
Etc.
Yeah. Saintly things. Eventually, she was reconciled with her sons, and some accounts credit Otto's wife, Edith.
Come on. And now you're making these up.
I think that's just like Edith, but they were strangled as they were trying to spell it out.
Say,
it was like, Edith.
Is there some problem with your computer where it's just throwing random G's in words?
No, I think that's just the medieval Germanic way.
Edith. All right.
I'd say it's not as bad as Geburger.
Look, Geburger is probably the worst. Yeah, you're probably right. But Edith is not much better. It's unfair, but I'm like, I just the image in my head of Edith and Geburger are just extremely homely people. I know that's not fair.
They were. The thing is, Matthew, like they were probably so rich, like so much. They were probably just so much better looking than both of us, and better dressed. Not better smelling.
Oh no, definitely not.
But like they probably would have laughed at us for our measly possessions.
I know, yeah, but like earlier today, I took a shower, so I'm the winner.
Who's the real king here?
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, Edith intervened and helped reconcile Matilda with her sons.
That's very nice of her.
Yeah. So she was reconciled, and I think they gave her back. Yeah, they restored her assets.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Guess what she did with the assets?
Gave them to the church.
Yeah. So she built even more churches and convents, and she founded at least 4 convents and built several churches. And the convents included Engern, Puld in Brunswick, where apparently she maintained 3,000 monks. I don't know what she did to maintain them.
You just water them, you put them in the sun, you turn them every once in a while.
Shave out the top of their heads so that it's like a little bald patch. Quedlinburg in Saxony, which is where she buried Henry, her husband, and Nordhausen, where she retired in her later years. And after a long illness, or in other accounts, completely suddenly.
So she either lingered for quite a while or it just caught everybody by surprise.
Yeah. She died on the 14th of March, 968, in the convent at Quedlinburg, and was buried in Quedlinburg Abbey next to Henry.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep forgetting he's a creep.
Yeah, but then it's like, I don't know. It's like, you don't want to legitimize that creepiness, but at the same time, like, if she chose to be buried by him, then that suggests she didn't hate him, which is nice.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's like Jerry Lee Lewis married his like 13-year-old cousin, and then like just because they stayed together for like another 70 years doesn't make the initial act of him marrying his 13-year-old cousin any less creepy and horrible.
No,
I don't know. I just feel like
I'm just trying to put a positive spin on this horrible tale because
I don't know.
There wasn't anyone more worthy of sainthood for this day.
Right. I mean, look, she seems like a good person. I am not blaming her for anything. Whatever. She seems like a fine person. If she wants to be buried next to this guy.
The important thing is she was happy and her work was like recognized. Yeah. Because as we said, she got made a saint, he didn't. Yeah. So that's nice.
Because he, by his own admission, was a big dick. He was just a piece of shit.
And she made him less so that was nice.
And she made him, so she was a good influence on him as a leader.
So that's pretty much her story.
Any miracles?
Yes. So 2 official ones, but they're quite crap. So in this paper that I read, it suggested that at the time you could basically be recognized as a saint for being a generally good person, and there wasn't that much of an emphasis on the miraculous. But her official biography, or the life of Saint Matilda.
Right, her hagiography.
Yes, thank you. Describes 2 events that were named miracles. So when she was in Quedlinburg, so this was kind of like, later in her life when she was doing all the churchy stuff, the convent had some deer. I guess because it's like, the kind of convent that receives a lot of royal money. So they would have had assets like deer.
Oh, these aren't just like deer that lived on the ground? They were like...
No, I think they belonged to the convent.
Okay.
And Apparently one of the deer swallowed a cruet, which I've Googled. I couldn't see what it meant from context, but apparently it's like a pepper pot or like a small thing that contains seasoning, and a deer swallowed it. And Matilda commanded the deer to return it, and it did, apparently. And that was the miracle. So that was pretty good.
I guess.
Saved a deer from choking to death, maybe? It's a miracle.
I mean, okay, wait. So I don't get it. Wait, so maybe
there's another meaning of cruet that I don't know. That's like a smaller object.
Yeah, I was like doing a Google image search on cruet, but it turns out it's just a
little pot.
I see. Okay. So the deer.
What on earth came up as the results for that?
Why did the deer have a pepper pot to begin with? Number one. Why did the deer have access to?
Yeah, this miracle definitely brings up more questions than it answers.
True. Yeah, I mean, so and then she somehow like gave the Heimlich to a deer and then saved its life.
Yeah. Well, no, apparently she didn't need to touch it. She just ordered it, and it did what she told.
I'm going to chalk this up to coincidence. Like she's like, hey deer, cough that up, and the deer was just in the middle of coughing it up anyway. So
yeah, I mean, because if you do Google it, it looks quite large. Like it would have been quite a job to actually swallow.
Yeah,
I think so. Yes, I think she maybe she knew that she was going to be a saint, and she was like, oh, I better do something miraculous. So she saw the deer like about to regurgitate this pot and was like, I'm here, it's a miracle. I made it happen.
Maybe it was more like, she's like, well, they're going to check for miracle. So I just need to think of something really good. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah. And then she went over by a deer and she's like, this deer swallowed this pepper pot, and then just like threw it on the ground. Yeah. And like, oh, I just coughed it up. I made it do that with my saintly powers.
Or even like maybe she was being interviewed and she just was really on the spot and like floundered and didn't know what to say.
Oh, right. But she was like being interviewed in the kitchen and she's like, there was a deer, and she's like scanning around that swallowed a cruet.
Yeah, exactly. But the second one is definitely more likely to have happened because it was witnessed by a lot of people.
Okay.
And we've actually got a proper story on this. She was at Quedlinburg again, but this was actually earlier on, I think, because she was commemorating King Henry's death. And so many poor people gathered there, presumably outside the convent, that they could not be counted. The Queen was overjoyed at their arrival and ordered some of them to be brought to the top of the mountain and the others into the depth of the valley. Well, she ordered the others into the depth of the valley, apparently.
To catch them. So I'm going to throw half of you off and the other half of you catch them. It'll be fun.
And you're going to be alive, and that will be the miracle. No, she ministered to those who ate on the top of the mountain, placing the others in the care of her almsgivers. But as she handed out all of the royal foodstuffs and distributed other necessities with utmost generosity, those sitting in the valley still had not received even one loaf of bread. So I don't know why she separated them up, but her actions had consequences.
She split them up and gave all the food to the people at the top.
Yeah, expected it to then reach the bottom, I guess. She was hoping people would share it.
Okay.
So, therefore, while standing on the mountaintop, she suddenly snatched up a loaf of bread and, making the sign of the cross upon it and calling upon Christ's name, hurled it from the peak. Despite bouncing hither and yon over the rocky outcroppings and thickets, the loaf remained intact and fell into the lap of the very pauper to whom she had declared it should be given. The great multitude of bystanders who heard her make this statement were witnesses to this miracle. The most blessed Queen humbly gave thanks to Christ, for she knew that this happened through his generosity and power. Nonetheless, those in the town declared it to be miraculous.
Okay.
She did a really good throw. That was her miracle.
So nobody in the valley had food.
Yeah. And then one guy
did. And so she basically was like, go long. And she threw this piece of bread off of the mountain.
The mountaintop. And it bounced hither and yon over the rocky outcroppings.
So also it hit the ground multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, but apparently in other accounts it said it didn't lose its shape. And presumably didn't get covered in sand.
Okay, this is just a stale piece of bread. Like... This is like she's got a day old baguette and she threw it down a mountain and gave it to some poor guy. Like, there you go, asshole. And the rest of us.
But it reached into the very lap of the person she'd intended.
No, that feels like it was like I meant to do that.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
That was
okay, well, how about this? How about this then? Third time lucky.
I thought you said there were only 2 miracles.
So these are the 2 official ones, but I wondered if this might count as well.
Okay.
It definitely won't. This is a bit. So when Henry was trying to revolt against Otto, one of the times that he did that, Matilda censored him and like basically censored him for his ruthlessness in trying to, kill loads of people while trying this revolt. And while she was telling him off, she prophesied that he would die imminently.
Okay.
Right. He died 2 years later.
That's not imminent. It's a very loose definition of the term imminent.
Yeah. So I thought maybe predicting his untimely death might count. But
I mean, it's the 10th century. I feel like anybody could go at any time. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
You stub your toe too hard and that's it. You're done. There's no coming back.
You eat some same bread and turns out it's been rolled through a load of death.
Yeah, I feel like that's an invitation to death. Do you know how bad rabies used to be? Like, come on. I was just listening to a podcast about rabies earlier today.
Well, don't advertise other podcasts here, for God's sake.
Rabies cast is the best. I'm a rabid fan. Anyways.
Hey, I was about to say, if you keep doing this, I'll be foaming at the mouth.
All right. So, no, I'm going to call bullshit on that as a miracle.
Okay, so essentially then the answer, the long way of saying that was no, she has no miracles. Okay. But yeah, the bread and the deer were the official ones.
All right.
Also, the miracle of, they say that the richer you are, the less empathy that you have with people who don't have any money. So the fact that she had all this money and was giving it away, that's the miracle of charity, philanthropy. Empathy while being the ruling class.
I suppose that just being a nice rich person, miraculous in itself.
A difficult feat. Not saying it can't happen, but if you read the Bible, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. But not for a rich lady.
Yeah, for a rich lady, she's like, she gets it.
She's leading the way. So yeah, those were her miracles.
Okay.
Or lack thereof.
Okay, and then what do we do next?
I thought I wouldn't prompt you this week. I thought I'd let you do it.
You do have to prompt me.
Oh, okay. What do you think her patronages were?
That's how that works. Do you see why that works rather than me just being like...
No, but because I always have to ask, I have to remind you to ask if she did any miracles, but this week I didn't.
You don't have to.
So I thought I didn't have to prompt you.
I think I had the order wrong because I was thinking that patronages was before miracles.
Oh.
Patronage, is patronages last?
In the template that you made.
Okay.
Patronage is last.
Okay. But then relics, there's no relic.
Oh, and then relics, but we don't really know. Basically, she was buried at Quedlinburg next to her husband, and I think she has stayed in the ground. And Quedlinburg is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, nice.
So it's like quite a big abbey, I
Those
guess.
places are nice.
Yeah. Go there if you ever can travel in Europe again.
All right.
So yeah, go on. Guess her patronage.
Okay. Is she...
child bride?
Yeah, she's the patron saint of child brides. That's anyway. Patron saint of child brides? No. Is she the patron saint against child brides? Is she the patron saint of feuding brothers?
Oh, almost. She's the patron saint of disappointing children.
Oh, wow. What a dick. Your kids.
Yeah.
But honestly, or is it just like her kids were the least disappointing children ever because they all basically became monarchs?
Oh man, can you imagine how difficult she must have been to please if the fact that they were all big shots.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, you just married the King of France. Your brother's the head of the Holy Roman Empire.
Try harder. Yeah.
Let's see. Is she the saint of terrible names?
Hey, she had one of the better.
She had the better ones, but she seemed like she was surrounded by people with awful names, and I would feel like
she definitely dished out quite a few terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Maybe that's part of the disappointingness of her children.
Was she the saint of being attractive and a nice person despite having a terrible name? Which I'm sure all these people were very nice people or whatever. They probably weren't. A lot of them were monarchs, so they were all probably monsters. But
yeah, probably. No, she was a patron of people ridiculed for their piety.
Okay.
Which I guess
they're all just jealous of my piety, okay?
Not my incredible wealth. No,
Yeah.
it's my
It's
piety.
my piety, all right? They make fun of me just because I'm so pious.
I'm such good friends with Jesus.
They don't even get it.
Also, fun fact, a lot of the information this week came from Catholic Saints Info, which describes itself as find out the stories of your extended family in heaven.
Wait, are you related? Are we related to any of these saints?
I mean, my grandfather was originally from Germany, so maybe.
It's a real possibility. Sound like that. Well, first off, it sounded like Matilda had 1 million kids, and she also came from a pretty big.
So the likelihood, and then her kids had quite a lot of kids as well. Or at least her daughters did. So yeah, there's probably a bit of Matilda in all of us.
Some kind of weird, some kind of blood disease that only the monarchy has.
If you've ever done a really good throw, that's because of the bit of Saint Matilda that's in
if you've ever thrown a piece of bread.
Apparently we're all related to like each other.
Yeah. Is she this patron saint of throwing bread?
Sadly not.
So disappointing children.
Disappointing children. Death of children. Presumably against.
Yeah. Like, man, this little son of a bitch. Please, God.
I will pray to Saint Matilda. No, well, I mean, maybe because she did, predict her son's imminent 2-year death.
That's true.
Falsely accused people because her hagiography, they don't think it was fair that she was accused of financial mismanagement. Yeah. Even though she did give a lot of her money away. She was just addicted to building churches. It's a constructive hobby, I guess.
Hey.
That wasn't even on purpose. Large families.
Okay, that checks out. Yeah.
Yeah. Queens.
All right.
Quite obvious.
Well, yeah, that's what they need. Is they need a little bit more help.
Yeah. So yeah, death of children, disappointing children, falsely accused people, large families, people ridiculed for their piety, queens, second marriages.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because it wasn't her second marriage.
Yeah.
But she was the second marriage.
Yeah.
I guess it was a successful second marriage because they lasted until death did them.
Until death did them part.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, that's good to know. I'll have to, because I'm in my second marriage, so I need to know.
Yeah. So you should pray to St. Matilda, definitely. Yeah. And, honor her by calling your child Gerberga.
I thought we were going to say Hedwig. We said Hedwig was a good.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So that's how you can prevent your second marriage from going wrong. Also, the patron saint of widows.
Okay. Because she was a widow, too. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
so quite a big list.
I wish it would have been the patron saint of happy widows, but
yeah.
Oh well, that's good. She's got a lot. Yeah, she's covering a lot of bases there. Some of them are weird and dark, like disappointing children and dead children. So
yes,
but yeah, at the same time, large families. So I guess to make up for all the dead and disappointing children.
Yeah,
this has been my plan. This has been my theory all along, which is I've been telling Alice that we should have like 4 kids. She's like,
well, you started a bit late then.
Well, whatever. But like we should have 4 kids because then it's a lot less pressure on each kid individually. Because you only need.
As someone who has 6 brothers and 6 siblings,
right.
I should say, I would say that if anything, having more siblings makes it more difficult.
Really? But like here's the thing, only one of your siblings has to like do anything useful with their life, and the rest of you can just fuck around and do nothing. Like make podcasts and dumb shit.
What I would say is Mama's love may be infinite, but her resources, time and attention are not. So that all gets divided by 7.
But again, like
I mean, maybe if you've got loads of servants and staff and stuff, then it works out.
I think this is a problem that you can not solve with money, but it is definitely alleviated a bit with money.
Although, again, back to the Trump's last day. Did you notice, like, their child was nowhere to be seen?
Oh, Barron?
Do you think they left him in the White House?
Yeah, that was... Somebody made that joke where it's just like Barron wakes up and it's just like, hello? Here? I have no idea what happened to that kid, and I don't care. Whatever. So, Anna, do you think you'd ever have a reason to have Saint Matilda intercede for you?
If I was ever in, like, a charity baseball match... and I wanted to do really well, I would ask her to bless my throw.
I suppose so.
Probably.
Yeah.
If I was ever worried that my children were going to be disappointing or die, probably.
Is it so if your child's already disappointing, do you think you contact Saint Matilda, or if it's like you want to keep your child from being disappointing? Because either way, as a child, to find out that your your mom is like burning a candle to Saint Matilda.
Yeah.
It's just like, what?
So in a way, does that mean that if you call your child Matilda, is that like a way of throwing shade? Like, I inherently think you're going to disappoint me.
I don't know.
It's interesting as well, isn't it? Because the book Matilda,
Yeah,
the girl in that, it's her parents that are disappointing rather than her.
but they don't like her, right?
Yeah, true.
They
maybe
they're very mean to her, and then it turns out she has superpowers, right? Like she has like mental powers or something, right?
She is probably did more miracles than this.
I'll
Matilda.
say that. Yeah, I was really when you're like Saint Matilda, and I was like, oh, this could be fun.
Patron saint of books.
Yeah.
Sad.
It was a bit sad, but I think that. Yeah, I just feel like if you're asking for Saint Matilda's help, things have gone really bad.
Yeah, you're either disappointed by your children have died,
your husband
you've been
has died.
falsely accused of something, your husband's died, you're in a second marriage. Well, that's a positive thing,
yes.
I guess.
I think my second marriage is working out better than my first marriage, so that's fine.
As long as you keep remembering your wife's name.
Really the key.
Large families, I guess, could be a positive.
Yeah.
Although, and like dynasties and power being concentrated among one family doesn't tend to go that well.
Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, I guess if you're a queen, then you're pretty good. So unless you're like a queen,
could we extend it to like any kind of diva, drag queens?
Yeah. I mean, if you're out there, girl, and you're fierce queen.
This is Matt's empowering talk here.
I'm like, hey, queen. I say, yes, queen. I've never said it out loud. I've only seen it written down. So is it yes, queen?
Oh, I've always thought of it as yas.
It is yas. But
so you have
heard it. Whatever. As a millennial, I know the term yas queen.
Are you a millennial? I feel like the cutoff is.
Shut up. We don't need to talk about when the cutoff is. It doesn't matter. I belong to some weird in between generation that nobody knows.
Gen X, isn't it?
No, I think I'm a little too young for Gen X.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
You don't need to be defined.
But I just want to say that out there, you're a queen, ladies. So keep empowering yourselves. And the future is female. I'm Matt Shadorn, and this has been Satanist Babe. I think unless you're a queen, it seems like there's really no good reason to have Saint Matilda intercede with you. Anyways, unless you want to become a queen.
Which, yeah.
I don't know.
I suppose so.
I guess the only person that really applies to is, what's her name? Married to Prince Charles. Camilla Bowles.
But I don't know if she would become queen. I think she might be still princess. I don't know.
No, I thought I heard somewhere that.
I don't know if you get to be queen by virtue of. I don't know how it works anymore.
I think it's all made up bullshit, so anybody can be the queen.
Monarchy is a construct. Borders are dumb.
Yeah, borders are dumb.
What else have we learned?
Gender.
Don't marry children.
Yeah, don't marry children. Gender's a construct. Did we say that?
No, but we should always.
It doesn't hurt to
reiterate that.
Yeah, and be kind. Rewind. I don't know.
Hands, face, space.
Yeah. Stop, drop, and roll. I think that I think the important thing here is generosity is key.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important to have a sense of justice and of generosity. And I think that Matilda.
And if you do find yourself married to a king,
if you do,
do what you can to make him less of an arsehole.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the temptation is just to be like, well, I'm set now, so I'm just going to go and do bullshit for the rest of my life because I'm a queen. I don't have to do anything. But I think that, put some good out there in the world. You know who's good at that? Meghan Markle.
Nice message.
I like that Meghan Markle.
She's the modern day Saint Matilda.
She kind of is, yeah.
Except she's actually older than Harry, isn't she?
Yeah, well, that's
so she's reclaiming that.
Yeah, I think that's also the very positive thing. And you know what? Watch Suits on Netflix. It's good.
And other entertainments that we didn't make.
But not other podcasts. And also rate and review us because it means a lot to me in that I know that only 2 people have reviewed us. So it means a lot.
And also, as you now know, I'm from a big family. So any kind of validation that I can get will be helpful to my general stability.
And I'm telling you, folks, I'm not going to give it to Anna. She's going to get no validation from me. So it's really up to you guys.
As your intern. Yes.
Yeah. Anna, great work. Thanks. You get to keep your job for 2 more weeks.
Yay, my unpaid job. It's a lot of pressure on next time.
Yeah, but good work.
Thank you.
All right.
And have a blessed day.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Bye.